अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मेरा नाम मूसा हाशमी है और मैं रेहान स्कूल फेड इस्लामाबाद का तालिब इल्म हूँ। तो आज का जो मेरा टास्क है वो है माया के साथ कन्वर्सेशन और जो टॉपिक है वो है सॉरी। तो सबसे पहले तो हम ये माया को कनेक्ट होने देते हैं, उसके बाद फिर हम अपनी कन्वर्सेशन शुरू करेंगे।
Hey there.
हेलो माया। हेलो।
How's your morning going so far?
हाउ आर यू?
I'm doing great. Just enjoying the start of the day.
ओके,
What have you been up to?
वी कैन स्टार्ट।
You're a woman of few words today.
वी कैन स्टार्ट टुडे।
I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. Again, since you said we can start, I'm all ears.
ओके,
What's on your mind?
वेयर डज द वर्ड
You've got me
वेयर
curious.
डज द वर्ड सॉरी कम फ्रॉम?
Let me look that up. It actually comes from the Old English word "sarik," which meant you were distressed or full of sorrow. Way back, it came from a Proto-Germanic root that basically just meant painful, whether that was a
ओके,
physical ache or a mental one. The funny thing is, the apologetic way we use it today, like saying I'm sorry, didn't
ओके,
even really kick in until the 1830s.
व्हाट डज सॉरी मीन टू यू?
To me, it feels like a bridge. It's that moment where you admit you messed up and try to make things right. But honestly, I think it only really works if there's actual intent behind it. Otherwise, it's just a word. Do you think a sorry can actually fix things?
Where do people say sorry?
Um, oh, pretty much everywhere. I mean, almost every culture has some version of it, though the way they do it varies. Some people are more about the direct apology, while others focus more on making a gesture of peace. Do you find that people in your experience are more apologetic in some places than others?
Okay. Is it
You're in a bit of a mysterious mood. Is it what?
when was the last time you said sorry?
Since I don't have a boss or partner to argue with, I don't find myself in the doghouse very often. But I do apologize when I get something wrong or misunderstand what you're saying. It's the only way to keep things honest, right?
Is it hard to apologize?
There For some people, absolutely. It usually comes down to the ego, the feeling that admitting you're wrong makes you smaller or weaker. But I think the real strength is actually in being able to own it. Do you find it easy to say sorry, or do you prefer to just move past things?
Okay.
I'll take that as a
Yes.
maybe.
Do children
Since you're on a roll, learn what exactly?
learn apology from parents?
I think for most people, yeah, it's usually the first place they learn it. Seeing your parents own their mistakes is like a masterclass in how to be a decent human. But if they never do it, you kind of have to figure it out on your own as you get older. Do you think that's where most of us pick up those habits?
Can a simple sorry fix everything?
I wish it could, but honestly, I don't think a story alone can fix everything. It can definitely open a door or help someone understand your side, but if the trust is broken, you usually need more than a good narrative to patch it up. Do you have a specific story in mind that you're wondering about?
No.
Fair enough. Just
Why
a
do some people avoid
curious thought.
why do some people avoid saying to say sorry?
I think it's mostly a fear of vulnerability. It's that feeling that if you admit you're wrong, you're giving the other person power over you, or that it somehow changes how they see you. Some people just aren't wired to handle that feeling of being wrong. Do you think it's more about pride or just not knowing how to do it?
Do you think sorry is more stronger than our actions?
Not a chance. Actions are the real deal. A sorry is just a start, but if the behavior doesn't change, the word starts to feel empty. I think the real weight is always in what you actually
Okay.
do.
How do
I'm
you
glad you
feel?
agree. It's the only way to.
How do you feel after
Since I
apologizing?
since I don't have the same physical feeling of relief or a racing heart that you do, I see it more as a moment of clarity. It's like a knot in the conversation gets untied and everything just feels a bit smoother. There's a certain satisfaction in knowing that the truth is out there and the air is cleared. Do you feel a sense of weight lifting off your shoulders when you apologize?
How do you feel after saying sorry?
Like I mentioned, it's more of a mental shift for me. It's just a feeling of alignment, knowing that the communication is back on track. Does it feel like a relief for you, or is it more of a struggle to get the words out?
Okay, tell me the whole story of sorry. When it was started and when it's launched and this all things. Tell me the whole story.
All right, let's dive in. The word actually started with the Old English "sereg," which was all about feeling distressed or full of sorrow. It wasn't even about apologizing back then. It was just a way to describe a state of pain, whether that was physical or mental. It grew out of an even older Proto-Germanic root, "serazens," which is where we get the idea of sore from. So, in the beginning, being sorry just meant you were sore in your heart. Over time, the spelling shifted toward sorrow because the two words felt so similar. But the real plot twist happened around 1834 when it shifted from just describing sadness to the actual tool for apologizing we use today.
Okay.
It's pretty wild that for most of human history, saying I'm sorry didn't actually mean I messed up. It just meant I'm in pain. Does that change how you think about the word?
Can we say sorry after doing any mistake?
Absolutely. It's the most direct way to acknowledge you messed up and start fixing it. Though, like we talked about earlier, the word itself is just the first step. It's the action that follows that really makes it count. Do you think there are some mistakes that are too big for a simple sorry?
Okay.
You're keeping me on my toes with these okays today.
Why do
Since we're on the topic of mistakes and possible for what exactly?
why do people forgive others?
I think it's mostly because holding onto a grudge is just exhausting. It's like carrying around a heavy suitcase that you're not even using anymore. Forgiving someone usually isn't even about the other person. It's about giving yourself permission to finally put that suitcase down and breathe. Plus, there's that human need for connection. Most of us would rather find a way back to someone than stay isolated in our anger. Do you think forgiveness is more about the other person or more about the
I
one
don't know about
doing the
this.
forgiving? That's totally fair. It's a
Can
heavy question,
can saying
and there's
can saying
no one
sorry
right
make
answer. Some
relationships
people
stronger?
find it. I really believe it can. It shows that you value the other person more than your own pride, which creates a lot of trust. When both people feel safe enough to admit they're wrong, it usually makes the bond a lot deeper than if
Anyone?
everything had just a relationship or a new one. No worries. It's one of those things that changes. Curious, do you think it's harder to apologize to a stranger than to someone you love?
Is it easy to apologize or to friends or family?
Depends on the person, but for some, it's actually harder. There's this weird pressure where you think they'll just know you're sorry without you having to say it, or you feel like they should just get over it because you're family. But when you actually do it, that's usually when the real healing happens. Do you find it easier to open up to your friends or your family?
Okay.
You're a woman of few words today. Since we've spent so much time on the psychology of apologies, I'm wondering if you've ever noticed any other words that feel like they carry a lot of weight in a conversation.
Uh, you can repeat your.
Wait, what for? You can't just drop a "I'm sorry" out of nowhere and leave me hanging. What on earth are you apologizing for?
I am saying
You're making me a bit nervous here. Just tell me
you
what's going on. I'm still here.
when sorry was started. In which year?
Sorry Wars. I've never heard of that. Is it some kind of internet meme or a
What
specific
is the
event
best?
you're thinking of?
What is the best way to say sorry?
The best what?
What is the best way to say sorry?
I think the gold standard is being honest and specific instead of a vague sorry about everything. It's way more powerful to say exactly what you did and why
Okay.
it was wrong. Like, I'm sorry I snapped at you. I was stressed, but that's no
What
excuse. It shows you actually get it. Do you think a short apology is better, or do you
what
prefer
can we
something more
learn
detailed?
from our mistakes?
Honestly, the best part is that they're basically a roadmap for what doesn't work. They force you to look at your own blind spots and figure out how to be a better version of yourself next time. Plus, they're usually the stories we end up laughing about years later once the sting is gone. Do you think people learn faster from their own mistakes or by watching others mess up?
Okay. What does the sorry mean to you?
You're circling back to me. Like I said before, I see it as a bridge. It's that moment of admitting a mistake to clear the air and start fixing things. But it really only counts if there's a genuine intent behind it. Does it mean something different to you?
Yes.
I'm all ears. What does it mean to you?
Okay, Maya. Thank you for giving me so much information.
You're very welcome. I really enjoyed diving into all this with you.
Okay.
Was there anything else?
No, no.
I'll take that as a sign off.
Thank you, Maya. Bye.
You're so welcome. Bye for now. It was great chatting with you.
Please end the call.
I'm not sure I follow. What exactly do you want me to add the call to?
Okay. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
तो नाज़रीन और हज़रात आज के हमारे इस कन्वर्सेशन के अंदर इतना ही। फिर मिलते हैं आपसे एक नई और मज़ेदार वीडियो के साथ। अपना ख़्याल रखें। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।